Good morning. Today I am going to speak regarding extractable and leachable for polymers and packaging solutions. That is today. That is I will explain in details about this, how it happens, and specifically the problem and solutions. That is I will explain. And you know that extractable basically in the polymers I have to explain. Extractable, basically the extractables are for the polymers are, that is additives, antioxidants, stabilizers, plasticizers, emulsifier, colorants, monomers, oligomers, residuals, catalysts, impurities, and UV observers, feelers, anti-fogging agents. Actually, these are the things that is it is using during manufacturing of the plastics bottle. We can consider the ophthalmic plastics bottle, especially for LDP is using. Very few cases that is PP bottles is also using. That is the components of the extractable studies. What are the components you can say that is for components? Or another thing that is we have to be very careful and keep in mind the plastic additives. What are the plastic additives? Plastic additives play a vital role for the that is significant extractable, that is it really influence the product quality. What are the plastic additives? Plastic additives are lubricants, anti-static agents, initiators, stabilizer, impact modifier, antioxidants, bactericides, catalyst, blowing agent, proceeding aids, then plasticizers, colorants, brighteners, there is release agent, vulcanizing agent. These are the materials are using during manufacturing of the bottle. So whether it is bottle injectable, whether it is ophthalmic bottle, it is bottles for packing of solid dose products, tablet, capsules, etc. Components of extractable studies. What are the components are using for extractable study? That is the basics are solvents optimized for the polymeric material, and that is the machineries are using GCLC with different dictators. Identify principles by that is MS. Quantify, that is extractable. The basic principle is quantify extractable greater than or equal to AET values. For ophthalmic bottles, as per the standards, that is what is the standards for ophthalmic bottle and the solid dose bottle. Ophthalmic bottle considering LDPE, that is what is the acceptance criteria. That is we have to be very careful. So this is, you note down please. That is for LDP bottle 10.0 ppb, and for those are HDP bottles, especially for that is solid dose packing, that is 50 pb, that is 50 ppb, and PP bottles also to 2.0 ppb. And also that is antioxidants, that is limitations are there, 10.0 ppb. Then ethylene oxide, you know, that is it is using for the sterilization of the, that is ETO sterilization it is using. Also the, if the dose you have to maintain, that is acceptance criteria is for ethylene oxide is 0.5 ppm. And plasticizer also, that is very, it plays a vital role for the potential extractables. Plasticizer is 0.2 ppm. So also there are few standards, that is international standards, and also USP, that is you have to use for to see the, that is how to do the procedures, like USP 1663 and USP 1664. And also that is IS standard ISO, PQRI, BPSA, and BPOG documents, which is very helpful for to details about the guidance, you can say, that is for extractable and leachable studies for pharmaceuticals polymeric material. And the most important things, that is the few things that is I will explain in detail, since it is an in chart. So I will explain you. For example, the analytical method, gas chromatography, mass chromatography, and target species is low molecular weight monomers, initiators, antioxidants, UV absorbers, lubricant, process aids. These are the things. Aids, plasticizer, anti-static agents, modifiers, and oligomers. That is, these are the targets. And also that is for headspace gas chromatography, mass chromatography. What are the target species? That is, you can during analysis, that is, you can you can do very that is volatile species, including monomers, initiators, solvents, and other low molecular weight species. Liquid chromatography, mass spectroscopy. What are the target species? Medium to high molecular weight polar species, including antioxidants, UV absorbers, plasticizers, lubricants, process aids, heat stabilizer, and gravitometric or Fourier transform infrared, that is FTIR. What are the, that is, by these instruments, what are the things you have to target? You can analyze, that is high molecular weight species, fillers, material oils, lubricants, plasticizers, silicon, and oil mold release agent, and oligomer materials. Again, acid degradation inductively coupled plasma atomic emission, that is ICP and AES. With these, that is what should be your target species. Metal compounds, and that is catalyst, that is stabilizer. Screening analysis of the components as received for 36 elements is carried out with the quantitative phase, CES. That is, this is the, you have to keep in mind, that is in which instruments, what are the instruments are using, and what are the things that is we can target analysis. This we have to keep in mind. Also again, also that is, there are few extraction techniques, that is you have to always keep in mind. That is, I am explaining the problem and solution and few basic points, that is you have to carry out during, what are the things you have to be very careful during the extractable and leachable studies. Three extraction studies techniques are reflux, Solex, ambient temperature with ultrasonic agitation, sonication method, microwave, incubation in control temperature. These are the techniques, vital techniques you have to, that is you have to use for during the extraction study. That is, then there are few most important things we have to always keep in mind, that is impact of leachable in drug. What are the things, basic things, that is it is going to impact for the drug products, that is may increase the toxicity, may increase assay, may increase the pH. These are the most important things, it is you have to always keep in mind. So also, that is, we are coming now points for leachables are, what are the, that is the labels are using, whether it is paper label, and whether it is polymeric labels are using on the plastic bottle, that is LDP bottle, or for the ophthalmic, and the, that is HDP bottle for solid dose. That is, what are the leachables, that is it is leachables are for printed label, pathinotidiums, and on benzyl cyclohexane, and second to methyloprofen for the ink is concerned. These are the potential leachables from the ink. Then from the polymer, butylene tetraphthalate, PBT is, this is the polymeric leachables. And disposable bioreactors, what are the, that is basic potential leachables, that is plastic bags, tubing, that is tubing, fillers, and sources of the potential leachables. So these are the things, that is when we'll first that is receive the primary packaging material from the vendor. So that is before carrying out the extractable and leachable study to your analytical department, first we have to take out the standards, that is USP, that is 1660 or 1664, or you have to see the, that is PQRI standards basically, to carry out this one. So this should be very essential for you. And there are few things that is for toxicological study, that is I have to quickly, I'll let you know. And also that is, for example, that is what are the leachable studies that is we have to carry out, that is what are the, you are talking about leachable study, that is what are the standards, that is temperature, that is we have to use for leachable studies. For long term is concerned, temperature 25 plus minus 2, relativity, that is RH we have to keep 60 plus minus 5%. Also for also 30, temperature 30 plus minus 2, and relative humidity, that is 65 plus minus 5%. Duration is, that is 6 months, 12 months, 24 and 36. On the intermediate, that is you have to use temperature 30 plus minus 2 or degree temperature, and relative humidity, that is 65% plus minus 5, and accelerated is 40 degree temperature, or relative humidity, that is same we have to keep. This is the things that is we have to keep in mind always. This is the, you know, standard temperature and relative humidity, and the time span, how many months. That is for accelerated we have to keep in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months accelerated. Intermediate 6 months, 12 months, 24 months and 36 months, that is we have to keep the timelines. And also for long term is concerned, 6 months, 12 months, 12 months, 24, 36. Then we have to go for another vital vital points, that is we have to go, that is in just 1 minute. That's, I already explained the rubber stopper in my previous slide. So today I will explain only the that extractable and leachable, that is studies, that is what are the things are going to affect for the, only for the polymers, that is we have to use. So for silicone oil I already explained to you. So now we have to come in for the nasal drop. For the nasal drop, that is extractable and leachable plays a vital role. Why it is vital? Because it is directly going inside in our body, directly inside, when applying spray, that is it is directly go inside our organs and our mixing with the blood. So recommended leachable and extractable testing for MDI, what are the things for the, there are, you know, there are few components of the nasal spray, that is valve, then mouthpiece, canister and drug product. There are four things are there in the spray type. And what are the product type? Valve, the controlled extraction study, yes we have to do. Leachable studies, leachable studies are not applicable for the valve is valve components, polymeric contact with the product. Okay, those valve polymeric components are there, so this is directly contact. And also routine extractable testing, yes we have to do. Routine leachable testing not applicable. Again, when we are coming to the mouthpiece, including spacer, there is controlled extraction study, yes. That is leachable study, no. One time in use only study. Routine extraction study, yes. Routine leachable testing not applicable. Then they come into the canister. Canister is mostly, it is sometimes that is aluminum, and also that is when sometimes you can use for glass also, you know, aluminum silicate and borosilicate, but it is rarely using glass. So canister, in case there is controlled extraction studies, yes, if the inside the canister is coated. And also leachable study not applicable. Routine extractable testing, yes, if it is coated. Routine leachable studies, this is not applicable. These are the points are all are PQRI, that is you have to be very careful according to according to this chart you have to follow, then you will be through. And also the drug product is concerned, controlled extraction studies not applicable, leachable study yes, routine extractable testing not applicable, routine leachable testing, that is yeah, leachable is for a drug, leachable the routine leachable testing no. So these are the chart that is you have to always careful and follow. Second is DPI. DPI is called the recommended leachables and extractable studies. DPI for that is this you see. First is product type, second is controlled extraction studies, third is leachable studies, routine extractable studies, and routine leachable studies, leachable testing. DPI protective secondary packaging critical to the performance of the drug product. Controlled extraction studies it is required yes. Leachable study not applicable. Routine extractable testing yes. Routine leachable studies not applicable. For DPI I am talking about this one. And mouthpiece case by case study, that is for controlled extraction studies, then leachable studies no, that is one time that is use study only. Routine extractable testing yes, routine leachable testing not applicable. Canister, in case of canister, controlled extraction yes, leachable study not applicable, routine extractable studies yes if coated canister. Before also it is quoted. Routine leachable testing not applicable. Drug product controlled extraction studies not applicable. Leachable studies yes. Routine extractable testing not applicable. Routine leachable testing no. So these are the chart we have to very careful. Then come to the point of the for case of nasal spray. The nasal spray first is pump. Nasal spray, you know this pump is there. Pump components polymeric contact, direct contact with the product. Control extraction study yes. Leachable studies no. One time in use study. Routine extractable testing yes. Routine leachable testing no. Container yes. Control extraction yes. Leachable studies not applicable. Routine extractable yes. Routine leachable testing not applicable. Actuator also it is directly contact with the product. So yes it is controlled extraction study yes. Leachable study yes. Routine extraction study yes. And also routine leachable study not applicable. Drug product control extraction study is not applicable. Leachable studies yes. Routine extractable testing not applicable. Routine leachable testing no. So next we have to come into inhalation solution suspension. There are few products are inhalation and suspension. Suspension is also most critical for application, for during application blockage is the main product blockage. Also we have to be very careful. Product type হচ্ছে primary packaging material, polymeric, controlled extraction studies. This is the first is recommended leachable and extractable testing. Okay, whether which extractable studies is required or not. So this is the chart. And primary packaging material, polymeric, controlled extraction study yes. Leachable study is not applicable. Routine extractable study yes. Routine leachable study is not applicable. Protective secondary packaging material critical to the performance of the drug product, that is controlled extraction study yes. Leachable study is not applicable. Routine extractable study yes. That is routine leachable testing not applicable. For drug product controlled extraction study not applicable. Leachable studies yes. Routine extraction not applicable. Routine leachable testing not. So basically this is the that is one thing that is I explained. One more thing that is we have to keep in mind, that is when we receive the primary packaging material, what and for example for normal way, that is if you consider for the this type of polymeric material, what drug packaging should do and what drug packaging never do. What are the things? At the first, what are the things you have to do? First, I explain. Adequately preserve the integrity of the product, that you have to always keep in mind. That is, deliver the drug, that is prefilled syringe, inhalers and ophthalmic, these are the things. Protect the drug product during shelf life, during the shelf life. And the packaging material have been in the focus of such investigation for long time as the contact time between drug products and packaging material. What are the things in drug packaging should never do? Contribute harmful components to the drug, increase toxicity of the product. Third is carcinogenic and generic. This will never do. And second thing, that is one more points I am coming to the point. That is the most important thing. I am coming one more point. So this is the most important thing. So basically that is my that is this one, that extractable leachable studies for the polymer and packaging solutions. Mean packaging, what are the packaging solution? When you feel so particularly with this you are facing problem for the LDP bottles, for the any particular extractable, and it is failing, it is the doses are the failing extractable points. That time, that is you have to go for reformulate the manufacturing, that is manufacturing of the LDP bottles, or sometimes that is HDP bottles, or the reformulation you can go for. And sometimes you go for the product is stable in also the glass, that is we can offer. And also that is we have to go for switch to other polymeric material. So these are the solutions. And also that is during stability studies, that is we have to keep in mind, that is always keep the product in inverted form to keep the contact with the with the stoppers directly, and we will come to know the product is that is stable or not, that is whether it is that is failing the leachable studies or not. So also that is you have to take the extractable detailed report, analytical report from your packaging material suppliers. Also carry out, after getting the samples, that is you have to you have to carry out the testing in your lab. Or if you don't have the facility, you can send your material to USFDA approved lab if you are exporting product. USFDA approved labs in India, that is SGS, you can go. Outside there, Europa is there is White House in USA. There are many good that is testing, approved testing labs are there. Also the BD is also doing that is for their own product, definitely. So we should be very very careful, since this is a critical subject. Not so critical if you understand the product packaging material composition and the product characteristics, study in details, then you will come to know exactly what are the problem you are facing for extractable from the packaging material, and also the leachable from the packaging material, as well as in the product itself. So hope these presentation will really help you out. So any type of question, that is if you have, that is for related to the extractable and leachable, if I come to India, or I will be in US, so there is no matter. So you can communicate to my mail ID mr.anupamchandra@redipmail.com anytime. So I am basically for last 3 years, that is I am basically involved in human Mars mission for injectable device. So also that is we face many problems related to extractable and leachable. Their problem is more difficult, since so this product we are handling in too much, that is radiation, high temperature, that is high temperature basically. Also the gravitation is the main problem, that is we are facing since that is product is floating. And so the our that is in the problem difficulties we are facing in microgravity environment is totally different compared to the earth. So any so hope that is you enjoyed this session. That is, thank you very much. Anytime you can get in touch with me. Thank you very much for listening.